Hi there, it's Walter here from the Daily Trader, and I want to talk about finding long-standing trends. How do we find on the charts before they happen a trend that's going to last and go and go and go? Well, one way to find a long-standing trend is to look for the quietest market. It's general principle about markets is that we see them go through different phases. They often get in some tight, restricted zones, sometimes called like consolidation zones, and then they get into really strong moves, which are often called trends. So what are we going to do, right? What are we going to do? How are we going to find these? Well, for me, probably the easiest way to find these is to find first a restricted area. Find an area where the market hasn't been trading, hasn't gone very far. So here's one right here. Actually, let me get rid of the grid. I don't like the grid in the background. It's confusing. Yeah, there we go. So there's a box right there, and you can see that the market did in fact break out of that box and then came back down and fell back into the box. And in fact, so now we say, okay, well, you probably say, well, we actually have another box now. You could probably draw another box here based on the recent price action and do something like that and say, the market gets out of here, things are really cooking, right? So let's see what happens. I'm in Forex Tester here, and if you want Forex Tester, if you want to use Forex Tester for your trading, you should check out the link below this video because you can get a discounted copy. It just allows me to take trades. Like I can go back and test. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with it, but for example, yeah. So I've been taking trades on the pound here, but you can see it keeps track of all my trades. I can export it to a file like an Excel spreadsheet or whatever. So I want to see the market break out of the box here, and there it is. There it goes. It's broken out of the box, right? It's been in a really nice restricted zone, and in fact, if I looked at this from a 1 hour perspective, you'd see that it was even better. Like on a 1 hour chart, I might have said, okay, look at this. On the 1 hour chart, the market's essentially restricted into this box right here. Okay, and so if it breaks out either way on either side, if it breaks out the upside or downside, I could trade it, and often it'll do what this did. See how the market broke out of the box in this candle, then came back and touched the edge of the box, and then fell away from it. Does that all the time, all the time. Okay, so now let's follow along. Let's see how long this trend is going to go for us. Let's go back to the 4 hour chart though. I like the 4 hour chart. So here's our box here. We had drawn on the 4 hour, something like that. So let's see what happens here. It's just going. I'm going to back it up and see where might I take profit based on. Well, I don't have any support and resistance zones, do I? What's the price it's at right now? 99. Okay. Yeah, it's like an all-time low, right? Oh, it's the euro, and the euro hasn't existed for more than 10 years, so yeah, I think that's an all-time low. Unless in 2000 there may have been. I don't think so though. Let me back it up. I don't think there was anything back. Yeah. Look at that. Right there in 2001. Yeah, I remember the yen was pretty low back then. Okay, so we do have a possible spot right there, but guess what? We're already beyond it. We're already beyond that spot. So let's take a look. Yeah, so that's where it bounced right there. That was on the 100 level, and that was all the way back from 2001. So you can see that's why the market's briefly found support there. Right there. Okay, so let's see if it comes back up and touches this. If it does, I'll sell it. Yeah, there we go. And so let's say I sold here on the breakout, and I could sell again here. I could sell again right here. Because I'm in a long-standing trend here. As long as the market stays, keeps going. Oh, I'm stopped out. Oh, but I get a nice long tail here. I'm going to sell off that kangaroo tail. So I was stopped out once, but that's okay. I'll do another one. My stop loss goes up here. My sell stop goes down here. My stop loss goes above the candle right there. Let's see. It does go. Oh, look at that. How beautiful is that when support becomes resistance? There you go. So for finding long-standing trends, here's what to keep in mind. look for the market that's restricted. It's in a very restricted range like that. Just like this one. Look at this. Let's see. I want to see how far this trade goes. Oh, there it goes again. How much profit are we in right now? We're in 104 pips. Pretty good on the 4-hour chart. So we want to look for a restricted range, and then we want to, if we can, wait for the market to come back and touch that restricted range. Now, that didn't occur here, but if I was trading the 1-hour chart, it would have, right? On the 1-hour chart. So what about the current markets? What can I say about the current markets? Let's look at a current chart. Well, here's an example of a restricted range right now. On the Euro Swiss daily chart, that's a restricted range. The market's caught on the daily chart between a high of 121.35 and a low of 199.38. Oh, sorry, it's 119.93 and 121.35. Yeah, so if it breaks out either way, if it breaks out below this box or above this box, right, and comes back and touches it, I'm in. I'm definitely interested on this. Let me show you, back it up so you can see, get a little bit of perspective. See, it is a really nice restricted range. This pair goes through consolidation, breakout, consolidation, breakout. It happens all the time. If you go back in time, you'll see consolidation, breakout, consolidation, consolidation, consolidation. You can even go back and say, look, it's been stuck from here all the way to there. That goes back all the way, wow, like, you know, I don't know, 8 months or something. So that's the kind of thing I'm looking for. When I want to jump into a long-term, long-standing trend, it's something like this. Compare the market right now to this right here. Looks a lot like this, doesn't it? With all these little tiny candles, and then boom, it just goes. So that's what the Euro Swiss is kind of famous for. So right now, we're in this little consolidation range. So we'll keep an eye on that. But for now, I just want to illustrate the principles of what long-standing trends look like. They start off with very boring markets. Until the next video, I wish you very happy trading.